Good morning. We're looking so good. JK, but not JK. We're looking fine. It's fine. Just, you know, whatever. Hold please. Good morning, sweet angels. We are getting ready for a V-Fun day. Or V-Fun morning. I don't know if it's gonna hold it. Oh my gosh. Please. Just what I am chaos. This is Liz trying to do too many things at once. A classic Liz situation. Anywho, hi. We're having a very fun day today. Let's get some protein in our system. Yes, immediately feeding my life. So if you follow me on TikTok, if you don't follow me on TikTok, go follow me. Would love to hang out with you there. I post a lot over there. That feels like a safe space for me. So a lot of unhinged Liz chaos comes there. You have probably, seen me post about elevensies. Elevensies, well, yes, is a part of our breakfast routine, you know, daily breakfast routine. It is also the name of a cafe in Tampa, and they do these very fun themed menus. So if you haven't heard of Elevensies, it is a cafe in Tampa that runs as a regular cafe all the time, and their treats are literally phenomenal, but on occasion they do themed menus. And if you know me, you know I love a theme. So their themes all happen to be things that I love. So a little bit about Elevensies, as much as like, I know obviously it's not like a big research project, but they're a gorgeous local cafe in Tampa. Cafe, bakery, probably is a better word, that makes these literal incredible baked goods, and they often do really interesting flavors and flavor combinations that I've like never seen anywhere else before, which, oh my gosh, can I drop more things? Anyway, on your average day, they're a fabulous bakery to go visit, but on occasion they will do themed menus, and if you know me, you know I love a theme. The first time that I noticed them, that I found them, was when they did, I believe, their very first Gilmore Girls menu, which they did not long after they had opened up, because this bakery hasn't been around for a long time. And I was like, oh, I'm trying to go there, and did some more research into them and realized that they're, you know, open all the time. They're not a themed bakery, but they do themed menus. They have a lot of pop culture references in their store itself, which is just really fun. So even if you're there on a day that's not a themed menu, if you're a big nerd, you're probably going to love it. And also, I will say, their flavors are amazing. The quality of what they bake and the drinks that they make, you can just feel the work that goes into them just by looking at the menu, but then also tasting them. It's unbelievable. I've never had anything from there that I didn't like, and I've been there quite a few times now. So if you are either visiting the Tampa area or if you're local, I highly recommend checking them out. I wanted to make sure to give a little info dump because anytime I post about Elevensies, everybody loves it, which I love because I love to spread the news of delightful local places, and also delightful local places that are like a nerd haven. And I say nerd in the most loving way because I am a giant nerd and I always have been. There's always a lot of confusion because they are not a themed bakery, but they do themed menus. So while their themed menus aren't always available, it's a great place to go visit. So I just wanted to make sure I gave you guys a little education on that, just so you know, and also for them too, because I think it might be a pain point for them on occasion when people are like, what the heck, why is this menu not happening? Because it's not what they do 24/7. Their themed menus are literally so fun, and they put so much work and love into them. Oh my gosh, if you have a chance to go, it's amazing. Every year for their birthday, which is around like January, they do a Lord of the Rings themed menu, and this year was the first year that I got to go and experience it, and it was so much fun. I told Robbie yesterday was Pi Day, which is March 14th, and I told him, I was like, I love that we are in an era in society where like the nerds have won, and I don't know that everybody knows that. Like the fact that we celebrate Pi Day by like eating pies, which is very fun, but Pi Day is because of pi 3.14 blah 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 blah, which is a math term, which is, I think people would think is like a nerdy thing, but like it's on our calendars as a national day and we like celebrate it. That's literally what this menu, why they're having this menu at Elevensies this week, is for Pi Day. Like I just love that the nerds have won, because I spent my whole life, I wouldn't say pretending I wasn't a nerd, because I don't think that's possible. But like, you know, getting made fun of for things. It's also really interesting in this era. My under eye circles are not the best. On that same kind of subject, that like reading has become very popular. I know reading has always been popular, but it's more in the mainstream now, especially like, you know, with book talk, and like the book girlies are everywhere, and I love that. There is a part of me that has really like protective and maybe angry feelings about it. Sometimes I feel like I need to justify when people start talking to me about books. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, I didn't just now start reading. Like, I've been doing this literally my whole life. I've been obsessed with reading my whole life. I would devour books as a preteen, teenager. I developed a love for reading at a very young age and read so much and pushed myself to like extensive reading levels at a young age because I just loved it so much and couldn't stop doing it. And it was something that I think was thought of as like a very nerdy thing for a long time. So I don't know that I got made fun of for reading so much as I got made fun of for liking the worlds that were in books. Do you know what I mean? And so there's a part of me that's very protective because sometimes I see there's so many people, like everybody is very into reading right now, and especially like, you know, fairy smut, which I love, but there's the part of me that feels like I need to justify, be like, I read this before all of you read it. I loved it before you loved it. I loved it before it was cool. Because I think I see some people on the internet and I immediately kind of register them as someone who would have been a bully when I was younger, like one of my bullies. And that's unfair because that's judgmental. Because I know people, I don't want people to judge me in that way by like just looking at me and thinking one thing. But it's this weird trigger that I have. And I don't know if it's even considered a trigger, but it's just something that like I have this weird, like kind of angry emotion about it. Is that weird? I think the fact that I can identify it maybe makes it not so weird, but I don't know if you if you feel the same, but I think that's a funny thing of like, I'm so glad that the nerds have taken over, but like there's a part of me that I'm like, but I want the real nerds. And I want everyone to know how magical these worlds are, because I think it will make us all nicer people if we can like live a happy life and enjoy things that make us happy, like fantasy realms, books, TV shows, sewing, playing D&D, you know, anything that is knitting, crocheting. There's so many things that I think people have dubbed over the years as like geeky, nerdy, or grandma, old people, that I think we're moving past that like very judgmental state in society, but there are still things about it that are interesting. That was a really long tangent, and I don't know that any of that made any sort of sense, but you know, here we are. How am I doing? Oh, so I have, let's see, 7:30. I have about 15 minutes. Get my shit together. Which we can do, honestly. Like, I just need to stop yapping, which is impossible for me. It's not impossible, I just don't want to do it. Okay, let's eat my breakfast. Okay, I'm gonna focus, get myself ready, and come back to you when we get dressed. Oh, yeah. All right, now let's get dressed. I have 3-ish outfit options that I want to try. I'm gonna need your opinion, even though I'm gonna choose before you let me know. But you can let me know after the fact if you hated the one I picked, that's fine. This is giving like something Lorelai would wear in the summer. That's what I'm going for, because it just feels very Lorelai. Why does a handkerchief on the head feel Lorelai? You know what I mean? Also giving Italian summer, which we're going to Italy in like 2 months. So this is outfit 1, option 1, with a little headdress piece. I think it's really cute. I feel like I need to put you further back so you can see more of the outfit. So, long linen skirt. Now can you see? Okay, option 1, giving Lorelai summer moment, even though it's spring, with a little tied scarf. Or I have the Stars Hollow tee with my little gingham maxi, but I feel like I might like the white maxi better. And then maybe do one of these. Cute. Cute. Okay. In my head, I really like the all white moment. I'm not really sure why. No, I really like this. Okay, or my other tea option, where do you go? Is this Delulu tea, which I feel like I got this from Gabe's and I feel like it's very Lorelai. So like, do I go Stars Hollow, really obvious? I actually made this shirt for one of the 11Z's menus before, but do we go really obvious or do we do very Lorelai? I think I'm into this, honestly. I think I'm gonna do this and then do a jean jacket. Maybe hair up on top? Yeah, maybe. I feel like it has a needs a hair up moment. I should have the themed drinks, but I really want the strawberry one. Alright, we're trying. It's not on the Gilmore Girls menu, but that's fine. It's also gonna probably move way too long. The strawberry matcha. I'm so good. I feel like I need to They literally never miss. It's so good. It tastes like summer. That's so good. Here with my cutie Palumi, having our Gilmore Girls day. She got the drink that I'm envious of that I can't have because it has dairy in it. It's Lorelai's coffee. I got Babette oatmeal cookie, which has, like, it's a cookie sandwich. It has frosting in the middle because Robbie loves oatmeal cookies. I got pumpkin sugar cookie deliciousness pie because it's celebrating Pie Day. Pepperoni pizza focaccia, strawberry matcha latte, and Plummy, what did you get?
This is a chocolate custard pie. Happy Pie Day.
Happy Pie Day! Oh my god, this. I got too many things. I have the pumpkin one because that's what I'm most excited about. And I think, so it's sugar cookies, so there's these little sugar cookie balls on top. Sorry. Oh, that's sugar cookie balls. I think it's pumpkin sugar cookie. Oh. It's like duh, just, but you know what I mean, like sugar cookie. Yes. Okay, we're gonna try the pumpkin. I mean, that's my favorite pie. Love for pumpkin. Are you gonna try it?
I'm scared. Yeah, I'll do it. All right, here you go.
Lomi's trying pumpkin pie for the first time. So get in there, get the like whipped cream stuff and the like pumpkin. Yeah. I feel like try that first because that's like pumpkin. You're just trying straight up pumpkin pie now. Yeah, literally. Yeah. Now get a pumpkin sugar cookie ball because that shit's good. Who doesn't love a sugar cookie ball? There it is. It's like doughy. Yeah, right? Good. Alright. What am I eating?
This is chocolate custard.
Okay. I want to get some of this. Is there chocolate in it?
I didn't say so.
Maybe it's just dark chocolate. Wow, that's decadent.
Also, everybody look at that. You may or may not have whipped cream in your hair.
Good. That feels right. Perfect. Just using it for a mirror real quick. To show you the lovely Luke's design. I was so excited. I saw someone post on their stories a picture of this cup, this mug, and I wasn't sure if it was like an old picture or a new picture, because the last time they did their really big Gilmore Girls menu, which was like for a month, I think, in last May or June, they had these mugs and they were so stinking cute, but they sold out by the time I was able to go. And so I was like, maybe this is just someone like posting a cute picture from last time or whatever, but they had them available when we were there. So obviously I had to buy one, which was so cute. And I love that it's a fun teal color, because you know me, I'm such a green girl. Green and blue much more goes with my aesthetic than like anything else, but even if it hadn't have been, if they had a Luke's mug like that, I would have gotten it. I love things, themed things that look like they are part of real life. So like a Luke's mug, for example, I prefer something that looks like it would have been from the shop itself, like as if that world were real, I were in that world and this were a mug that I was using. Or same with like t-shirts and things, or like I think this with Loungeflies at Disney, as much as the patterned ones are really cute, say it's like Marvel themed and has a bunch of pictures of the little like Marvel characters, while that's cute and all, what I personally would prefer is something that looks like a backpack Peter Quill would wear, because I want it to be a costume piece and not necessarily like a display piece. Does that make sense? That's like something that I've realized about myself, especially with my Disney style and like any of my fandom style, that I really want a piece that looks like it's authentically from that world, to then bring that into my style or decor, rather than a piece that's like a display piece. Does that make sense? And it's not like I dislike those things. I feel like I'm always caveating because I don't want to offend anyone, but it's not an offensive stance, I don't think, about designs. Just something I've noticed about my particular style, especially because I've been someone who has always been into different fandoms and like nerdy culture. I say quotes because I'm like, that's literally just like who I've always been, but that's how people have kind of pinpointed it for a long time. I'm a fan of any of it. So if anyone is making art for any of the fandoms I love, I'm like, yes, amazing. But I am more likely to be excited by and purchase in my adult life something that looks as if I am a part of that world. Because at the end of the day, like that's what I really want, you know? That's the dream. Anywho, we went to 11Z's yesterday, so this is the next morning, hence my little matcha. I'm gonna use this cup so often. I also have a feeling Robbie's gonna use it too. Robbie watched Gilmore Girls for the first time a few years ago and loved it. He had watched it like kind of in the background when I had it on. Humor really got him. He has a very similar sense of humor to Lorelai, and also he was born and raised in the Northeast, and Gilmore Girls is like quintessential Northeast, especially with the seasons. It does feel very fall, but I think for him, he had said that like it felt very nostalgic watching it to him, even though he didn't watch the show growing up. But the atmosphere of the show, the vibes, felt very nostalgic to him as a Northeast boy. So love that, love that. So anywho, it was so lovely. I'm so glad I got to go. It's definitely a bit of a trek from us in Orlando to get over to 11Z's, but so worth it. Because it's similar to how I feel about going to conventions, where I feel like you walk into an atmosphere like that automatically knowing that you're accepted and loved. Does that make sense? It's kind of like what I said about always kind of being nerdy. Whereas when I was younger, that wasn't cool or accepted or something that really a lot of people talked about. And I feel like people who had the experience I did, or even a different experience, are now the people that are going to conventions or making themed menus, like the creators of 11sies. Like, this is what I would have loved to see and feel. And it's so fun and so freeing and enlightening and exciting. And I feel like everyone's just always excited those things, because it's like, oh my gosh, this thing that I love so much is being displayed and loved as well by other people, and we get to enjoy it and pretend that it's real for a minute. I love that it's almost like a version of escapism with other people, you know, like you're going to this themed menu at 11sies, they have their little Luke sign up, and so those of us who love that world and kind of wish we could have entered that world are entering that world, but then with a bunch of other people at this cafe. So it's lovely, and it was really lovely. Everything was so good. The pumpkin pie was really good. I saved the pizza focaccia for Robbie. He loved it. And I didn't ask him. I got him the Babette 8 oatmeal cookie, which I just like, as a bakery, if you're doing any sort of like Babette 8 oatmeal could be literally anything. I was saying this to Robbie yesterday. I was like, you could have overnight oats. You could literally have an oatmeal cookie. You could have an oat milk latte. Like, brilliant. I love theming, and I love how brilliant people are with that. So I got him the Babette 8 oatmeal. Wow, why is that so hard to say? Babette 8 oatmeal cookie. There we go. He had that last night, but I didn't get a chance to ask him if he liked it. I'm sure he loved it. I've literally never had anything that was less than incredible at 11sies, truly. Like, so good. So if you're ever in the area, definitely check them out. I've spoken to them a little bit before, because I've had a few videos that have not really gone viral. I guess for my account have gone viral, a couple 100,000 views. That for me is a lot on TikTok, and just want to make sure that people know that they're not a themed bakery, but they do themed menus. So definitely worth it to come anytime, literally anytime. There's definitely a lot of pop culture references in the bakery regardless, so you'll definitely get that vibe. How many times can I say definitely? Geez. You'll get that vibe when you go, no matter what. And like I said, the quality of their bakes are amazing. You can tell how much time goes into these recipes, creating them, because they're just so interesting. The combination of ingredients are incredible. So well done. Please go support this small shop. They're incredible. If you are curious about their themed menus, like if you live locally or if you're visiting, they post everything on their Instagram when they're doing them. So definitely, I have stories alerts for them so that I see when they're doing anything themed, if I can get myself out there. And I have been there when they're not doing a themed menu, like I said, and loved everything I've had. The shop itself is also so cute. It's on a little corner. It looks like it's like an old house that they made into a cafe, which is a really good vibe. Really cute. Definitely recommend. That's that. Thanks guys for coming along. It was really fun, and hope to see you again soon.